I'm gonna try something a little bit different today. I'm gonna review a car. Hopefully this goes well. We shall see. So here we go. Today I'm in a 2018 Kia Optima EX with some added options. Now, me being used to Nissans for so long, have driven and worked on so many Nissans for so many years, never thought I would see myself actually enjoying driving a Kia. First impressions are, the body style of this vehicle is absolutely fantastic. They've done a wonderful job on the design. I would say the overall design from front to back, it rates right up there with any of your other mid-size cars. The Nissan Altima, the Honda Accord, Chevy Malibu, so on and so forth. It's just overall, it's a fantastic looking vehicle. The ride quality, it does have a bit of a sporty feel to it, which I do prefer. It's got very tight steering, very responsive steering, very nice feeling, very comfortable steering wheel. As you can see there, very easy to find controls, easy to feel once you get used to where they are. The navigation screen is very large, 8-inch screen. This vehicle does come equipped with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The climate controls on this vehicle are very easy to operate, very well labeled. This car does have dual climate control for driver and passenger. So you're set if you're like my family. I like things a little cooler, wife likes things a little warmer, so you can set those separately or set those differently. Plenty of power ports in this car. It's got them front and rear for the rear passengers, both 12-volt outlets and USB. There's even a USB here in the center console, which is nice. Plenty of room in this vehicle. I'm not the tallest person in the world. I stand about 5'10", so obviously I'm gonna have plenty of room in the front with the 8-way power adjustable seat. It does have lumbar support. Passengers in the rear would be very comfortable. A sufficiently tall person would be very comfortable in the rear of this vehicle. There is plenty of room in the back. Plenty of headroom and legroom both, especially at my height, which is nice. I did notice that the 2017 model Kia Optima, they redesigned the headlights, which is a new style of projector, which doesn't necessarily call for or need the driving or fog lights on the bottom of the bumpers. I am going to assume that there was a lot of feedback from customers purchasing the Optima or looking at the Optima that they didn't have the option for fog lights. So for 2018, Kia added a triple stack LED fog light to each side, which actually complements the LED daytime running lights on the bottom of the headlight very, very well. It's very attractive, very clean, very modern look. This particular vehicle that I'm driving does have some additional options. The Optima starting price is right around $22,000. This model, as I'm testing, is right at the $31,000 mark. Some of the features that for $31,000 that you do get the 8-inch navigation, the option for Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. This vehicle does come with Kia's own UVO system, which will give you features like locate your vehicle in a parking lot. It'll give you service reminders. You can schedule appointments with your local Kia dealership or even call for roadside assistance directly through the app. It'll auto dial that for you. Bluetooth in this vehicle, surprisingly, compared to other vehicles that I have driven in the past, it's very clear, very easy to operate. If you're using Android Auto, you actually don't have to set up Bluetooth. Once you download the Android Auto app, if you just plug your phone in to the vehicle, it recognizes it and it automatically sets the Bluetooth up for you. Now, not being an Apple user, I cannot confirm whether that same feature works with Apple iPhones. My mind is telling me yes, but that is something that you would want to test for yourself at a local Kia dealership before you purchase the vehicle. The setup is very, very easy. All you have to do is download the Android Auto app, agree to all the permissions, and you're ready to go. Plug the phone in and you're done. The voice commands are very, very simple to walk through. Again, everything on the steering wheel is laid out very well. Voice command button is very easy to find on the top left of the steering wheel. for your left hand. Responds to both navigation, radio commands, and of course the Google feature if you're using Android Auto. I was kind of surprised that Kia would have gone with the more luxury leather. This leather feels a lot better than some vehicles that I've been in the past, comparing it to Honda and Chrysler specifically. It's a very comfortable leather, very smooth leather. It appears that it's a material or a leather that will be very easy to keep clean. This particular vehicle has both heated and ventilated seats. So in the heat, you can cool yourself down. In the winter, obviously, you can keep yourself warm. And it's very, very convenient. We get options on this vehicle like the power folding mirrors, push to start, lane departure warning system, rear cross traffic alert, adaptive cruise control, which I have tested all of the features except for the automatic emergency braking or the autonomous emergency braking. Hopefully I don't have to test that feature, but everything else works fantastically. The lane departure warning system is spot on. My one complaint is that it doesn't recognize when you are intentionally changing lanes. I guess that technology isn't up to that standard just yet. But if you are changing lanes and you're using your turn signal, the lane departure warning system does turn itself off. The blind spot monitoring system is dead on. Have no complaints about that. It'll only give you an audible warning if you try to move over when there is a vehicle in your blind spot. Other than that, the warning that it gives you is just a little light on the mirror, which is all you need. The center menu that's in the gauge cluster is very easy to operate with the push of 2 buttons on the steering wheel, which are on the right side, integrated with your cruise control. The LED taillights are very attractive and very bright. So if you do press or tap on the brakes, someone is going to know that you're stopping, and those lights are very noticeable. All of those, or most of those options, are provided with the EX Premium package and the EX Technology package, which are $2,300 and $3,000 respectively. Again, compared to some of the other auto manufacturers out there that have these features, that's quite a bargain. Now, I do want to say, I'm going to stop right here for just a moment, and I am not being paid for this. As of right now, this vehicle is just something temporary that I'm driving, a company perk, as you will. So I get to have it for about a week and mess around with it. And I'm taking full advantage of all the features that this car has to offer. Another feature that I find quite useful is the exit mode for the driver's seat. It does have 2 memory settings for your seat in the front, and those are recognized by each individual key fob. For a husband and wife or roommates, whoever happen to be driving the vehicle, they can have their own settings. The vehicle automatically recognizes who gets in the driver's seat and adjusts it to your settings. But the exit mode or entry mode for the driver's seat, no matter where your settings are, once you turn the vehicle off and open the door, the driver's seat does move back just a bit, so it makes entry and exit just a little bit easier. Once you leave the car and you lock it by just pushing the button on the outside of the vehicle, the power folding mirrors automatically fold up for tight parking, which is very convenient considering how many times I've had damage to my mirrors just by people walking by and bumping into them. When you walk up to the vehicle, the front driver door handles illuminate and the mirrors unfold. Kia does use LED lights all over this vehicle, not just in the daytime running lights or the fog lights, but the interior lights as well. And there's not just the basic interior dome light in the front, there's also an LED light for each side in the rear. This vehicle has a very spacious trunk, much larger than I thought it would be for this size vehicle. Kia, like most manufacturers in the trunk, no longer provide a spare tire. That is an option that you would purchase from your local Kia dealership. Instead, they do provide a tire mobility kit, but in an instance where the tire cannot be reinflated and you can get back to a dealer, Kia also provides 5 years or 60,000 miles worth of roadside assistance at no additional charge for all new Kia vehicle owners. My biggest complaint with the vehicle, which these things may just seem a little trivial for some folks, and I'll start with the silliest one, would be the size of the wheels. It does come with 17-inch wheels. Most cases will have Kumho tires. Kumho's a fantastic brand. They've grown a lot over the years. I've used them in other applications and have no issue with the brand of tires. Obviously, a Korean car manufacturer is going to try and use a Korean branded tire, and that's perfectly fine. But the size of the wheels, that kind of bothers me a little bit. With the size of this car, it looks like a minimum of an 18-inch wheel, which you can get with the SX model or the SXL model. But looking at other car manufacturers and seeing what trim levels come standard with 18-inch wheels now, I would think Kia maybe would have done the same thing. This vehicle would have looked much more sleek and much more modern with a larger size wheel. The engine itself is probably my biggest complaint on this vehicle. It is a reliable 2.4 liter manufactured in Alabama. The Optima itself is manufactured right here in the United States in Georgia. But the power this engine produces, I believe it's about 174 horsepower. And for the size of the vehicle, it just seems a little bit underpowered. The SXL model, which is a 2-liter turbo and about 30 more horsepower, feels much more sufficient for this type of vehicle. In future models or the next redesign of the Optima, I would like to see Kia get away from the 2.4 liter and make the 2-liter turbo standard on more models. There is the fuel efficient LX model, which comes with a 1.6 turbo, and I have not had the opportunity to drive that engine yet, but I would say compared to the 2.4 liter naturally aspirated engine, that the 1.6 liter will be very underpowered. Yeah, I happen to be driving by a Kia dealer now. Overall, like I said, I've been very impressed with this vehicle. It has a lot of features that I wouldn't expect a Kia to have, and a lot of features that I wouldn't expect a $31,000 vehicle to have. To me, Kia has kind of become the underdog. Being such a small auto manufacturer and growing so fast, they've really put a high quality product on the road. I did notice that Kia has won J.D. Power's Initial Quality Award 2 years in a row now, which is a first for a Korean manufacturer and a first for a non-premium brand. I mean, Kia's beat out BMW, Volvo, Mercedes, even Honda, Toyota, and its overall parent company, Hyundai, in initial quality. To me, that's impressive. Hopefully we'll see Kia continue to grow. I know they've got an exciting new model coming out called the Kia Stinger, which will be their first true sports car or sports sedan. Looks like a 330 horsepower twin turbo V6. From the videos I have watched, it looks very impressive on a racetrack. Kia's lead designer, which they stole from Audi, did take the Kia Stinger up to 167 miles an hour on the Autobahn in Germany, which is where that vehicle was designed. Kia also stole one of BMW's M engineers for the development and the engineering of the Kia Stinger. So I think Kia has all the pieces in place to start increasing sales and increasing their brand footprint. Kia, after driving this vehicle for about a week, I gotta give you props. Guys, if you like this video, if you wanna see more, hit me up. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, leave your comments down below. What do you think about Kia? What do you think about Kia's direction? What do you think Kia is going to do in the future? Let me know below. And guys, as always, I'll talk to you again soon.